Okay, so now that you know what the different credit bureaus specialize in, we're going to now go into which ones are specifically for, let me enlarge the screen, for rent reporting. This is going to do any, these bureaus specialize in rent screening. So if you've had any evictions before, if you owed maybe a landlord money or a apartment complex money and there was a balance left over that you didn't pay, they would more than likely report to these bureaus. So what you want to do is you want to scroll down here and you'll see you might overlook it, but try to keep an eye out for it. But this is how you can filter it out. So you can search by the company name, you can put in keywords, you can click on categories or a particular topic. In this situation, we're going to, in our situation right now, we're going to go under categories and we're going to go under tenant screening. Then you're going to click apply filters. When you do so, it's going to pull up all of the credit bureaus out of the 60 that specialize in tenant screening, and it will tell you how many there are. So there are 10 of them. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know all 10. I don't know this many. Some I'm familiar with, some I'm not. So I'm actually gonna talk about those I'm familiar with, but the ones that you guys probably heard of the most. If you feel that you need to get your credit report from each and every one of these companies, by all means, that's within your right. Keep in mind, with all credit bureaus, all 63 credit bureaus, once a year, you can get your credit report for free. All right. That is totally up to you. If you choose to do that, you can look at your credit report and you can dispute and handle it like you would the three B's: TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. But again, right now, we're going to go over the ones that you guys are probably familiar with and what I'm familiar with. So, Rent Grow, we can hop right into it. So, Rent Grow provides resident screening services to property owners and managers. Rent Grow is a wholly owned subsidiary of Yardi System Incorporated. I was actually familiar with that. This says the same thing. You can request a free report. You can, it doesn't hurt your credit score. So, they're all soft pulls, by the way. And basically, you can dispute with them. This is their website, their phone number, and their mailing address. We're going to go straight to the website. Now, just a heads up, some of these websites are very simple to navigate through. This is one of them. RentGrow is pretty simple. Some of them you'll learn very quickly are so detailed oriented. And I personally think that the bigger the bureau, the bigger the company, the more money they can put towards their website. And low key, I think they're also trying to make it just more that much more difficult for you. So just try to overlook that. If you need to just hit the search bar and type in how to pull your report within the website, it should pop right up. So don't let them confuse you and make you want to give up. Stay focused, okay? Get your free credit report. It's within your right with all these bureaus. Now, RentGrow. RentGrow, you can request your credit report. You click here and it will pull up the screen for you and it breaks it down on how you can do it. Keep in mind, people, that this would be deemed an online dispute if you decide to do it this way. Okay. If you decide to dispute online, this is you requesting a copy. I'm sorry. But if you do decide to dispute online, you can. But with all credit bureaus, they will more than likely allow you to dispute online. You should be able to request your report online. If not, write a letter. But if you dispute online, you lose your rights to sue if you need to sue. All right. But this is how you apply and you submit it if you want to do it, or you can write them a letter. If you want to dispute, they give you an option here to dispute online and it walks you through how to dispute. It gives you the instructions and we can click on submit a dispute. It also gave you an email address if you want to email them and dispute. You can also probably call all credit bureaus. You can call them and dispute over the phone. I talked about that in another podcast. I don't think that is a very strong way to dispute anything, is to give them a call. Nah, you want you want to show them exactly what's wrong. And I showed you guys how to dispute directly on paper. But yeah, this is how you file a dispute on here if you want to do it online. And when you click learn, it's just giving you more information that it gave you on the main page. So yeah, that's Rent Row. Um, well-known company. I'm assuming I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume that you guys have also heard of Rent Grow. I did a video on Rent Grow, how to properly dispute, what a report actually looks like, what it should be, what should be on there, what shouldn't be on there. One of the things that should not be for sure on your Rent Grow report is if you have any like felonies, any of that information. I actually did I looked them up, I think through the BBB, the Better Business Bureau, and I saw some complaints. They have a lot of complaints against them. One of the main complaints that I saw was people that had a criminal record. It was somebody reported it on their, put it on their credit report and told Rent Grow, and you're not supposed to do that at all. So this is why I'm saying you don't want to dispute online. Like you can't sue them if you're disputing online, and then in a case like that, if that's happening to you, you most certainly want to sue their asses. So just be on the lookout for them. I never heard of some of these companies. Now, Experian Rent Bureau, I am familiar with. The TransUnion Rental Screening Solutions, I'm not familiar with, but I do know that all the credit bureaus, for the most part, the three Bs, the main ones, they do have some sort of tenant screening process. So I'm not surprised, but never heard of TransUnion Rental Screening Solutions. But Experian Rent Bureau, I'm very familiar with. Um, it says it collects rent payment history data from property owners and residential real estate managers, electronic rent payment services, and collection companies, and makes that information available to the multifamily housing industry through tenant screening companies. Experian also includes some positive rent data it receives from Experian Rent Bureau in its standard credit reports. Positive rent data refers to payments that are paid as agreed between tenants and landlords. So I'm going to give you guys a quick background. I think it was like last year, I do believe, I had my company report rental payments to people's credit reports through Experian. This is why I'm very familiar with the Rent Bureau through Experian. That is a trade line. I'm encouraging you guys to be primary account holders on these trade lines. You want to have a mixture and all of that. One of the ways to have a mixture of credit is reporting your rent, your positive rental payment histories. I went into that. I'll go into that again for y'all. It's super important. But out of all the three B's, Experian is, in my opinion, the easier one to deal with, and it's more reputable. TransUnion, I look at it as kind of like ghetto. Equifax is extremely hard to deal with, especially since their recent lawsuit. They're being more difficult than ever. But Experian has always been fair, and that's why I like them. So let's just hop on their website. So this is their information. They have two websites. One, you can request a report form, and it's pretty simple. It's just a basic form. Let's click on it. Okay, that thing doesn't work. Okay, cool. This is what it looks like if you want to fill out their form and mail it in. I strongly suggest that you do that as opposed to disputing online. Experian.com, this is their actual website. So when you get on their website, it has a lot, like there's a lot going on. Okay. Experian is a big company. They can afford to have a whole lot going on. They give you tons of information. That's another reason why I like them. It's not like I like them. I just have more respect because I don't care for any of these bureaus. I think the whole system is fucked. But I'm just trying to help you out through the fuckery. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, these are who they're partnered with. I've never heard of any of these people. If you did, bless your heart. I don't know. I don't know. I never heard of them. There's some articles on them, and if you want to fill out this form, it says it's for business inquiries, and it says if you are a consumer looking to for rental history assistance, click here. So it's very helpful. Like they even have this little cute little chat box here. You want to talk to a robot, get some direction, they got you. But here you just want to request your report. Let's see. Yeah, that takes you to the screen. You just want to request your report and dispute anything that's inaccurate. However, if you want to report positive rental payments, you can do it here. Just so you're aware, you cannot do that with all of the credit bureaus. With you can't always report positive information on your own to these credit reports through these credit reporting agencies. Um Again, this is not set up for you to win. So if you do find a bureau that does allow you to do so, jump right on it. And like I said, Experian is very fair, in my opinion. A lot of companies look for your information through Experian. Like if you're trying to get credit cards, they always look at Experian. Some credit card companies strictly look at Experian. So yeah, get right with Experian and try to utilize them to the best of your ability. Now the other bureaus, again, I've never heard of them before, and it could cover certain geographical areas. These landlords do have to pay. They have to pay to use their services. So um, some of these companies, maybe they can't afford them, so maybe they go with a cheaper product, and that might be what AmRent is or Screening Reports Incorporated is. Now, Appfolio, I will click on that because I am familiar with Appfolio. So back when I was reporting people's rent to their credit report to Experian, Appfolio was a company that I did not know was a credit bureau. I thought that they were like the middleman. So sometimes a company can report to the credit bureaus directly, like I was doing, or you can hire a company to do it on your behalf. And that's what I thought Appfolio was. So they have that option where I don't have to deal with the three B's. I could just put the information in and give it to Appfolio every month and they'll report it. And that was like another service. So I was kind of surprised to see them on the list. When you click on their website, it's very simple. It's a very simple website. They did not put much money towards their website, which is fine, but it is straight into the point. You can contact them, or they give you the contact information. If you want to request a report, it tells you what's needed, what to put in your letter, so on and so forth. So it's straight to the point with some Q&As up in there. So yeah. I'm not mad at Folio. I'm not mad at them at all, but you might want to check them out as well. You might want to see um, if they have your information on on there, if it's right, if it's wrong, if you need to dispute it, you'll definitely know what to do. Same stuff. It's a regular credit bureau. Don't be intimidated. Don't be freaked out. Handle them all the same. And to be honest with you, in my opinion, a lot of these other bureaus are much easier to deal with. Straight up. They're much easier to deal with than let's say TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. They don't always go back and forth with you. So I love that about them. Now, if you want me to explain more about which credit bureaus handle check and banking account screening services process and how that works, definitely check out the next video.